Dust off your pink, tiger print jacket, it's time to celebrate the Lunar New Year. Saying goodbye to the ox, we enter the year of the tiger on February 1, 2022. Though the pandemic continues to overshadow the occasion, with public festivities once again pared down or cancelled in many cities, millions of families around the world will still be celebrating at home. Here's a quick guide to the most common Lunar New Year traditions and superstitions, as well as insights from some of Hong Kong's most established geomancers on what the Year of the Tiger might have in store. Lunar New Year festivities can often last for up to 15 days, with different tasks and activities taking place over that period. Though the spread of Omicron has impacted the way people are celebrating this year, don't despair and remember the unofficial #1 tip from the Lunar New Year rulebook: focus on the positive and only use auspicious language. So how is the Lunar New Year traditionally celebrated? It all begins about a week ahead of the New Year. On the 26th day of the last lunar month, January 28 this year, festive cakes and puddings are made. The word for cakes and puddings is jiao in Mandarin or go in Cantonese, which sounds the same as the word for tall, meaning eating them is believed to lead to improvements and growth in the coming year. If you haven't prepared your own go yet, here's an easy recipe for turnip cake, a beloved Lunar New Year dish. Then, a big cleanup is done in homes on the 28th day, which was January 30th this year. The aim here is to rid your home of any bad luck that's accumulated over the past year. A big family reunion dinner is usually held on Lunar New Year's Eve, which falls on January 31st this year. The menu is carefully chosen to include dishes associated with luck, including fish, the Chinese word for it sounds like the word for surplus, puddings, symbolizes advancement, and foods that look like gold ingots, like dumplings. Though many Western nations refer to the Lunar New Year, Spring Festival holiday as Chinese New Year, bear in mind it's celebrated not just in Chinese communities but in other Asian countries, including Vietnam and South Korea. Countries that observe Lunar New Year often offer 3 to 7 days of public holidays, but celebrations aren't complete until the 15th day of the first lunar month, also known as the Lantern Festival. People are expected to visit relatives and friends in the early days of New Year, except for the third day of the month. Day 3 of Lunar New Year, which falls on February 3rd this year, is named Cheek, or Red Mouth. It's believed that arguments are more likely to happen on this day, so people will visit temples and avoid social interactions. There are plenty of other rules and superstitions attached to the Lunar New Year. For instance, don't wash or cut your hair on the first day of the new year. Why? The Chinese character for hair is the first character in the word for prosper. Therefore washing or cutting it off is seen as washing your fortune away. You'll also want to avoid purchasing footwear for the entire lunar month, as the term for shoes, hai, sounds like losing and sighing in Cantonese. Do, however, wear red. It's associated with luck and prosperity. Read more Lunar New Year do's and don'ts here. Throughout the 15-day festival, hosts usually prepare candy boxes and snacks for their guests. Married couples are expected to hand out red packets filled with money to children and unmarried adults to wish them luck. The 7th day, February 7th, is said to be the day when the Chinese mother goddess Nuwa created mankind and, thus, is called Renri, the people's birthday. Different communities in Asia will serve different birthday foods on that day. For instance, people in Malaysia enjoy yees, or a prosperity toss of raw fish and shredded vegetables, whereas Cantonese people will eat sweet rice balls. The highlight comes on the last day, February 15th. In ancient Chinese society, it was the only day when young girls could go out to admire lanterns and meet boys. Thus, it's also been dubbed Chinese Valentine's Day. Nowadays, cities around the world still put on massive lantern displays and fairs on the final day of the festival.